Hey, what's up guys? It's your boy Jeremy from Randolph Running Club, and I'm back again with another video. This is episode 4 of Into the Marathon, the series, and I'm talking about running while you're on vacation. Right after this. Thank you so much for staying and watching through that intro. If that's your first time here, I really appreciate you coming along for this ride. If it's your return time coming here and watching another video, thank you so much for following along with me and just sticking through and watching as I continue to put out content talking about my marathon training journey and just daily training struggles, triumphs, all kind of different things, shoe reviews, all these different things that are in here. So in that footage, what you were seeing was a recent trip I actually took last week to Key West, Florida, just kind of escaping the big city, escaping Miami, and just being a beach bum, you know what I mean? Soaking up the sun, riding around on my bike, and just having a really nice time. And that run was actually 4 miles at roughly 8:29 pace. Just taking it nice and easy, enjoying myself while I'm on vacation, but making sure I'm still getting in a little bit of that training, preparing for my marathon attempt that's coming up, my first ever marathon attempt, which will be on October 11th. So why am I talking to you today about running while you're on vacation? Well, A, because that's exactly what I was doing last week, but B, because I think it's something that a lot of people kind of struggle with, right? It's like, hey, I'm going to an unfamiliar place, I'm going somewhere that I'm not typically at, and I want to find a way to kind of maintain my fitness, maintain my training, and make sure that I'm still getting after it, but also be able to enjoy my vacation and enjoy my time. So here are a couple of my essential tips on how I think that you can really maximize your training and still have a good time while you're out on vacation. So number one, and probably the most important thing, is do not let your running interfere with your family life, your vacation time, your relaxation. I mean, for a lot of people, for a lot of runners, you're out there, you're running and you're enjoying that time. And, yes, it's time for your mind to kind of unwind and for you to just have your legs going and be free. You and your body, the air rushing past you, all that is one. And that's fine and dandy. However, typically you're going to be on vacation with another person, maybe. Take that time. Make sure that you're dedicating that time for your kids, your wife, your siblings, parents, whoever you're with, right? Your friends, and just make sure that at the end of the day, even though you are trying to get this in, I would say try to do it in the very beginning of the day before everybody's awake. And hey, you're a runner, you're watching the Into the Marathon series, so you're probably already getting up at 4:30 in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. So I would say prioritize it to do it that early in the morning so that you have the rest of your day after everybody wakes up, that you're free and you're good to go. And you're just not interfering with your relaxation time. Tip number 2, and I have 3 tips here. I guess I should have outlined that. But tip number 2 is map out your route before you go. So why is this important? I'm going to tell you a little story. Last year, it was my first time going to Seattle. Shout out Seattle, great city. I love it. Very cool culture. I just love being kind of one with nature when I'm there, but also still being in what feels like a pretty big city. And every time I've gone, I'm like, hey, I gotta go run. I can't wait. I'm so excited because it's just, I'm living in Miami, so the air there is just not as humid. It's not hot. And I just feel like my times are always way faster. And I'm getting to explore and, see all these beautiful nature sites and things like that. So kind of hopping into this story, I was running from downtown Seattle. So I think I was on like I don't know. I'm going to butcher the street names. I'm not totally sure, but I know for a fact that I didn't map out my run and I was going south on Alaskan Way. Shout out my Seattle peeps. You'll know what I'm talking about. And I ended up in Centennial Park, if I'm not mistaken. And it was beautiful. It was a clear day. I could see Mount Rainier out in the distance. However, I did not map out my run. So on the way back, I kind of returned the way that I came, and the only way to get to my apartment was to run up the Arbor steps. So I ended up running up like, I don't know, 10, 15 flights of stairs, something like that. And I was completely gassed. It kind of ruined my day. My legs were really sore after that, and it just was kind of ridiculous. And if you don't want that to happen to you, you don't want to make your run harder than it needs to be, map out your run. Go on Google Maps, do Street View and see exactly what your route actually looks like before you actually go out there. If you see something on Google Street View that looks like an area that you wouldn't be comfortable running, especially if you're going to be running early in the morning when maybe the sun isn't up already, and especially if you wouldn't go there walking around, don't run there. You know what I mean? Map your route where you're going to feel comfortable. You're going to feel like there's lights and everything, a good amount of other foot traffic, so that you're not running on a highway or anything like that, putting yourself in danger. Just make sure that you educate yourself on your surroundings and you map it out. And tip number 3, this is another one that kind of goes with the theme of being prepared. You want to make sure, and I always try to prioritize this, that you find a hotel, an Airbnb, whoever you're staying with, and you find something that has maybe a balcony or a patio or somewhere that you can hang your disgusting, sweaty running clothes to dry after you run. Because there's nothing worse than putting them in the hotel with the recirculated air, the AC going, and after you've been out sightseeing and on the beach or whatever you're doing all day, you come back and the hotel smells terrible because your shoes are in there, and you get the idea. All your stuff is in there that's just sweaty and disgusting. So I always try to prioritize finding a hotel that at least has some kind of like balcony or something, so that I can hang my stuff outside on like a chair or something, and let it air out. And usually by the time I'm done doing all my sightseeing and I come back for the day, all my stuff is dry, it's ready to go, and I can move on to the next day. So those are my 3 tips to just make sure that you're prepared, make sure that you're safe, make sure that you're enjoying your vacation time, but also still able to get that running, that training in. So I was in Key West for 3 days, 2 nights, and I made the most out of it. I ran the two mornings while I was there, and it was great. I feel like I didn't really miss a beat. I got right back into my long run. I actually ran the furthest long run on Sunday that I've ever run, and that's pretty much how training's going. And keeping you guys up to date. Gonna have a couple more videos coming out. I'm really loving the Hoka Rincons and my Ultra Duo 1.5. Such a long name. Don't know why you did that, Ultra. But anyway, I'll have some reviews coming for those, and I'll continue into the marathon series as I prepare for these final steps in my taper, which is kind of rolling down my mileage into the race. But with that being said, stay blessed out there, guys. Inspire others and stay safe. Have a great one, and I'll see you in the next video.